Yeah, I'm just standing by for the net.
And I'll run the 2 meter from here, and then we'll just check in on the other frequencies from here, be sure everything's working.
Copy. Yeah. I sent an email off to Father Ron about how do we get his RV down to the park,
Yep.
whether one of us drives it down or whether he drives
like
it
3 ways.
drive him back home or whatever. Anyway, I figure we'll hear from him.
Well, the buildings that were up are all torn out.
Veritas. I work for Veritas.
Say again?
All the buildings out there that were up, we had the 2 little ones, and then the one where we used to put the picnic table, those were all torn out.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't like them anyway. I just soon set up under the trees.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get me a, what the hell am I going to get me? I think I'll get me a pop-up or something, because I'm going to have my truck down there anyway, because it carries all the equipment. That way I don't have to load it in on Ron's motorhome.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to take a couple of beach umbrellas.
2 radios, too many radios.
Either use one as shade or use it as windscreen. More likely a windscreen.
Absolutely for that. Okay, I just got a phone call. KS6NME San Gorgonio.
I heard that.
Yeah.
There, I muted him.
There you go.
Oh, I don't know. My levels are all weird. Let me turn this up. Ooh, that's better.
Yeah, Sam doing 2 meters. Mike UIJ has got HF.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe between them 2, they got it all covered.
Yeah, don't, unless you want to beg for it. Wait till you're asked nicely.
Yeah, well, I'm going to wait until somebody requests.
That's what I say.
I don't think I'm going to jump in and wave an arm.
That's what I say. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you good.
All right.
I can. I don't know about.
I don't know. You guys aren't loud enough. I'll turn you up a little bit.
Well, I might have my microphone pushed away a little bit too. That might be a little better.
That sounds a little better.
Yeah.
How about you, Jeff? Talk.
Testing.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 1.
It's working.
I probably pushed it out of my way doing something.
You know, this like an hour ago, I was looking at this microphone and I realized it was turned the wrong way. I have no idea how long it's been turned that way. It's like, oh, maybe if I turn this around, and then all of a sudden I heard myself really much better.
Yeah, well, that happens.
It's like a whoops.
Oh, well, is everybody staying cool?
Oh, yeah. Air conditioner works great.
Staying inside as much as possible.
It's not, this afternoon it got overcast. It was kind of strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wind came up horrible coming out of the desert.
Yeah, there was some wind. Absolutely.
And the next thing I knew, it was overcast.
I don't know what happened.
I'm sitting there with this little wire figuring out what the heck is this for. And then, so I put it over here knowing that it went to something. And now I remembered that my little charging cable. Talk about brain dead.
Annoying.
This is KK6BUW monitoring.
There's man.
That was BUW there.
Yeah, that was Mike. Apparently Sam's on the phone. I don't think I can adjust. How do I adjust my camera?
Still a little on the fuzzy side.
Yeah, it just doesn't look right. Mirror my video. I don't want
Deer
that.
goggles. I want to know who runs the shipping department for McMaster car.
Uh-oh.
I ordered a mil spec plug and receptacle from them, and I did it at the same time. So then they said that they shipped. When I paid attention, I figured, they're both coming in the same box.
Right.
So now one is coming from back east. Now I had to pay for 2 shippings. One from LA for this piece, and the other one coming from Illinois or something.
Oh, nice.
Huh.
So
well, that's mean. They shouldn't do that.
I would think that if they had they had to ship from back east anyhow. So if they had both items back east, why did they ship both from back there and put them in the same box? But
yeah, that's true, huh?
I mean, so I got this one in a couple of days, which does me absolutely no good without the other half. So anyhow,
yeah,
one of those things.
It's the way it works sometimes.
It does.
Usually they're pretty, at least most companies are pretty good about.
Well, McMaster car is generally real good. I mean, you got it, boom.
Right.
If we could have it if we ordered first thing in the morning, we could have it in the afternoon.
Ah.
I'd hate to imagine what it costs. It's a courier that stops by.
If you buy enough, they'll usually do whatever you will need.
Well, our shop, I mean, I think that my boss should own stock in it because.
I'm surprised they charge you for shipping at all.
Yeah, well, I don't know. There, it's all courier. They drop it off.
Oh, you got to have that kind of shipping. Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's expensive.
Yeah, I'd hate to guess what the shipping cost for it. It's probably horrendous. But when you need it and if you have a machine down, it's costing money every second it ain't making something. So.
That's right.
Or sometimes we order stuff.
So you guys have CNC machines? Is that what you told me?
Yeah, we have 3 of them.
3, yeah.
That's not our main business. We just have those to make parts for us.
For your own needs.
Yeah. Molds and we do a lot of automation. Well, we used to, not anymore. But we used to do a lot of
I know those things are maintenance intensive.
They're actually a lot better than you think they are.
Right.
Other
That's
than
good.
Having to keep the coolant clean is the biggest headache. I mean, now these things are pretty old, so they've got their problems. They're always something's wrong with them. But back when they were new, they just ran. I didn't have to think much about them. Other than, like I said, keeping the coolant fresh.
That's great.
And that's the part they don't show you at the trade show.
Yeah, the details are always the monster. Always the
devil's in the details.
The devil's always in the details. Did you get a service contract?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's expensive for a reason.
That's right. Well, they do have companies that come in there and they'll clean your sumps and
that's good.
And all that stuff, but they're expensive too. I mean, nothing's a free ride. You know what I mean?
No, of course not.
And they're not really, some of the major companies have their own cooling system set up on their machines, or a central cooling system where they filter and keep it all the oil out of it and everything.
That's cool.
Filtered and stuff. But we don't.
Using high tech.
Has its own sump, and and mucking out the sump is not a chore you want to do.
No. I used to work on electromechanical printers, mostly line printers, which were monsters and had, the need to use things that remind me of auto shop, like feeler gauges and had cams and roller bearings and kinds of weird stuff.
Well, I've had my share of tearing gearboxes apart to replace a cam bearing or a roller bearing inside the sucker. I mean,
yeah, One of the first jobs when I got out of school was working on these old hard drives. They were 14-inch, and they store like 20 megabytes. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
which was huge.
yeah, that was like raw. That's a lot. But right out of the factory, they would start wailing, like making this horrendous noise, and it was always the blower bearing. And it wasn't the fault of the engineer or the bearing, but it was like manufacturing mistake. They used too much bearing lock. It's just like you're supposed to use half a drop.
Yeah. Yeah, when you put on that, like the old green Loctite, it only
yeah, that's basically what it was. I don't remember. It was Loctite. They called it bearing lock, and you were supposed to use, like you say, half a drop, and they would get too much in there, and then it would get into the bearing itself, and that would cause the bearing failure. And that particular bearing, you'd have to take the thing almost completely apart to do it properly. We came up with a way of doing it improperly, kind of like, auto repair.
Yeah,
we figured out a way to what do they used to call it in the auto business? But anyway, we'd remove an assembly, which was the platters and the hub and everything all together, instead of taking it all apart. And we very carefully, make sure it's covered and wouldn't get dirty, because that's the main thing. And replace the bearing, and then put it all back.
I talked to a mechanic that he used to do a lot of Pinto work. Do you remember the Pinto?
No, I remember Pinto. Yeah.
I used to own one, actually.
Had a great gas delivery system. Had a great gas fill problem. I guess the fix worked pretty good, though, actually.
Yeah, and but anyhow, when the cam bearings would go out on it, because it was an overhead cam.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to, because you had to pull it from the back of the head.
Oh,
you'd
nice.
have to pull the motor to replace it.
Nice.
Well, they came up with a way they would they got a hole punch, and they drilled through the firewall, and they would remove the radio and push it back through the engine, and then that's how they replaced it. Then they put a little rubber cap on.
Gotcha.
So they didn't have to replace the.
That's pretty clever, actually.
Yeah, he was telling me about it.
Yeah, I've heard of stories like that.
He said, boy, it sure saved a lot of time.
Yeah, we were lucky. We didn't actually build the thing, so we were being paid greatly by the the company that did make them, who was kind of a division of the same corporate. I don't know. They were both the same company, but different divisions.
So they got away with it, in other words?
Yeah, they had to pay us to fix it, or we had to send it back, which meant it's like a 200-pound thing moving back to, from Irvine to Chatsworth.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Fix it there, please.
Yeah, fix it there.
So.
6WM's on frequency.
I enjoyed that so much.
Out there.
They were so screwed up. It was fun.
I'm clear to hear, Fred. Who's got the net tonight, Sam? I got one of them. Okay, I've got to run out. Can you give me an early across the board?
Certainly, I should be able to take care of that.
That's good.
Sam, I appreciate it. I got to do some errands and run around tonight. I'm like a chicken with my head cut off. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. K6WM.
Yeah,
I know you, Jay. Mike's got HF, so we'll split the other two up between us.
Injection molding company. He
Very good. Okay, Sam. Thank you. Appreciate it. K6 Whiskey Mike.
Yeah.
And, they built a set of molds for a
Yeah, 6 enemies, Gorgonio.
And when he designed the blade, they designed the blades, but somehow in the machining process, they got the fan blade unbalanced.
No.
A little.
Right.
And so they got all these things built, and they were running them, and then they got them out to the thing, and then these fans were blowing up inside of the air dryers.
Sounds like the same kind of...
Turned out that the fan was out of balance. And that was a horrible mess. Had to recall all kinds of hair dryers.
That division of my company made so many bad products. It was hilarious.
I got at my place, but I think it was a tad cooler. I know the moisture was a little bit heavier.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Almost not time.
That was another one of those, horrendously horrendous.
In the good old days when things were actually made in the USA.
No kidding.
We're not. You know how close we are.
But it was on him. They didn't check. And I think that they had gotten the stuff out, and I don't think it ever really got to the customers.
Yeah.
But, before they found the problem.
Yeah.
But they had to bring all this stuff back. It was just
well, this company I work for, that this other division had in Chatsworth, had built one of the first, when they came out with the Winchester disk drive, and I think this thing was like, I don't remember exactly, it was like 80 gigabytes or something. It didn't, or 8 megabytes. It didn't seem like that much even then to me, but it would not work. No matter, it was like they worked in the lab, but then it just wouldn't work in real life. It was the weirdest thing.
Well, I've seen a lot of that happen.
It was poorly engineered and never actually made it.
Yeah, a gallon of theory is worth a teaspoon of reality.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
John, how you doing, John?
Have you been in this?
Hello, post office guy. We.
But as far as the MOU,
now 2 more minutes, and we're gonna start the net. I don't know why I'm blurry. I cannot figure it out. Trying to get it to focus on the right thing. Maybe it's my microphone is trying to focus on or something. I don't know.
I don't know if we ever established
Yeah, the mic's right in front of it, and even though it's not in the picture, I don't know. That's weird. It seems better now.
Yeah,
yeah, might have fixed it.
Might have had to warm up.
I've been in my deal that we're going to send over to the new guys in charge.
So Sun Lakes is open as of today.
It is. Yahoo!
Now we can go talk to each other in the ballroom and hang out in the restaurant, theoretically, the bar.
Are they going to have anybody in the...
I don't know. I'd read they had trouble finding people, but it'll be interesting to see.
Like I said, I just won't discuss I won't mention the MOU at all. Okay, copy. This is WA6UIJ. We'll be standing by for the net.
All right, 30 seconds according to my clock.
Connection so that we can provide the support that we have in the past. We're just trying to reconnect. Now that things are opening up.
Alrighty, I'm going to move out of here and get ready.
AI6 enemy, San Gorgonio.
Yeah, I'm going to mute you guys. Whoa. The right mouse. I'm blurry again. That was weird. There. Reset. That fixed it.
Are you UIJ, KI6 enemy, San Gorgonio? Go ahead, Sam. This is WA6UIJ. Copy that. You know what? I don't have a 220 antenna out of here. Come to think of it.
Oops. True.
Okay, well, I'll take the 220 then, and you can, you'll do 2 meters here right now and 440, and I'll take the 220 and then HF. I'm going to see if I get Randy to do 440 for us when he comes up. He's probably staying out so he don't get caught, but I'll catch him when I go by. Okay, well, it's time for 2 meter net.
It's time. Sam, wake up. Wake up, Sam. Does Sam know he's doing 2 meters?
QST. Good evening, members of SPARC, the San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club. This is Sam, Kilo India 6, November Mike Echo, and I will be working net control this evening from the San Gorgonio Memorial Hospital. We are back in here for the first time since COVID-19. The last time we were in here was back in March of 20. So it looks like the radios are all up and running, so we're going to run a test from here. I'm going to have to come back in sometime and do a reset for the 440 because we changed frequencies, and that was after we were in here. So, although this is a directed net, any station with emergency traffic may break in at any time. This is an amateur radio information net for the San Gorgonio Pass cities and towns of Banning, Beaumont, and surrounding communities. For information and times and frequencies of our weekly net, please go to w6prc.org. Visitors are welcome and encouraged to check into the net after the regular roll call. And now for announcements. Do we have any announcements? I'm sure there's an announcement from Zoom. Mr. President, do you have something you would like to lay on us? Please come now.
Yes, thank you, Sam. We do have a Zoom meeting in progress, and Jeff sent out an email regarding that. Also, our meeting will be next week. Looking forward to, of course, Field Day, which is also next week after the meeting. So everybody is hopefully going to be prepared for that, and there's been emails going out regarding how all the different options for operating, and a questionnaire that Steve sent out, so everybody look for that. So anyway, back to net control, KD6 ZJZ.
All right, thank you, Dave. And then in the conversation I had with Sergeant Ramos, why I don't see us getting back into Beaumont anytime soon at all, because he said there's no room available at this time. Anyway, thank you, Mr. President. Any other with announcement? Steve, you got something you want to tell us?
Well, yeah, I just want to thank all of those who have responded. Flip, Ron, you, Dave, Bill, and let's see who else, Pete, and Jeff, and Mike, and George. They've all responded, and so far we're doing okay. About half and half as far as operating at the park. Those are going to operate at home. So there'll be one Delta Orange, and the rest of us will be X Alpha Orange, whatever, how many stations we have. I plan to set up a station, and so we'll see what happens. Anyway, it's looking pretty good.
Thank you there, Steve. Greatly appreciated. Anybody else with announcements? If so, please come with your call.
EMF.
EMF, let her go.
I did. She hasn't been back since, thank God. This is K6EMF Gina Beaumont. I just like to remind everybody, if they do enjoy trivia, to please join me on Keller Peak between 7:30 and 8:30 on Friday. The more the merrier, and after all, it's all about having fun. So, yeah, come on down and join me. And Mike, he's there. Anyway, thank you, Sam, K6EMF.
All right, Gene, greatly appreciated. Anybody else with announcement? Oh, then, in that case, please stand by for the 2-meter roll call. If net control does not respond to a reply, a relay is appreciated. Shouldn't have much trouble with the net because we're working off of the repeater. All right, let's start off with Joe. N6 AGB. Joe? Nothing heard. How about KK6 BUW? Mike, the treasurer.
Treasurer Mike.
This is KK6 BUW. Back to you, Sam. We're here together trying to be sure everything's working here, so that was good. Thanks, Mike. And one of the old reliables himself, KF6 BWH Dick.
Oops.
Good evening, Sam and the net. You're sounding good from the hospital there. This is Dick, KF6 BWH, and no traffic.
Very good. Thank you for the Jeff report. Mr. Secretary, sir, KB6CA Jeff.
Hi, Sam. This is Jeff, Kilo Bravo 6 Charlie Alpha, and yeah, your audio does sound good.
Well, I'm glad the antennas, everything is up and working. Makes us feel good. Let's see. I'm going to check Gene in anyway, but see if he wants to say anything else. K6EMF, Gene.
Of course, I always want to say hi to y'all. Hi, y'all. This is Gene, K6 EMF in Beaumont. I have no traffic. Back to you, Sam. Oh, can I get early on 440, please?
You can. You just got it. No problem. Yeah. All right. Let's move over to Emmett now. KN6EMT Edie, the wonderful voice of Val Vista.
Alta Vista.
Good evening, Sam. This is KN6EMT Edie in Hemet. No traffic, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Edie. Fine signal, full scale. How about KK6 FYE Joe, otherwise known as Mr. Vecca? Heard from Busy Joe. All right, W6GRH, the wonderful voice of San Gorgonio Pass, otherwise known as George. Oh, George, that's almost like a day without sunshine. Let's go down to the desert now and see if we can get Ken woke up. KN6HR. Ken?
About M6HR, Sam. Thank you. M6HR Desert Hot Springs. No traffic.
You're hitting full scale, Ken. No trouble at all. Let's see. NJ6LN. Steve.
And a good evening to all. This is NJ6LN.
Copy that. Fine signal, of course. Out of KE6MAE, Larry. Nothing heard from the west. How about Dwight? KD6MLS. Dwight?
This is Dwight, KD6MLS. No traffic, back to net control.
Thank you, Dwight. A mighty fine signal. Check myself in now. KI6NME Sam. Move on down to the ex-treasurer and our VE gentleman there. KJ6NRR Pete.
VE Coordinator.
Good evening, Sam and the net. This is Pete, KJ6NRR. Back to you.
A fine signal out of Four Seasons there. How about, let's go to Hammond again now. W6OH Mario.
Good evening, Sam and the net. This is Mario, W6OH Hemet. Back to you.
Thank you. Fine signal there. Whitewater now. WB6OUJ Dave. Nothing from Dave. Here's a guy with kind of a guard on the old alternate EOC over there. KF6POG, John.
This is John, KF6POG, and I wish more of SPARC members would sign in on this
Zoom meeting, because every time I sign in, I see these same three faces. You know, I want something new here. Back to net control. Well, do you want me to come in when I get a chance, or just stay out of your way? Whatever works. All right, no trouble at all. Father Ron now, KA6QGR. Ron?
Good evening, Sam and the Net, KA6QGR.
Fine signal, Ron. Very good, very good. Working good for you there. Now, here's a guy with a wonderful voice out of Beaumont. K6RJA, otherwise known as Randy.
This be Randy, K6RJA.
RJA, I have wonder if you could bail me out, seeing as I didn't get in here and redo the radios. Could you cover 440 for us tonight, sir, please? Sir?
Oh, gee, Sam, I thought you'd never ask. I'd be so delighted. This is K6RJA. I got it covered, Sammy.
Thank you. Sure do appreciate it, Randy. Sorry to have to bother you. I know you're a busy guy. All right, let's move on down now to Michael. Let's see if he's got his antennas up and fixed yet. KM6RRS, Michael, out of Sun Lakes. No signal. Here's another guard that we have for the alternate EOC. KG6SOI, Ron.
Hey, good evening, Sam and the Net. This is Ron, KG6SOI, with no traffic tonight.
Full scale, beautiful audio. Oh, let's see for the man of the house. KM6SPY, Earl, out of Val Vista.
Kilo Mike 6 Sierra Papa Yankee Earl Val Vista. No comments. Back to net control, KM6SPY.
All right, thank you, Earl. Fine signal. Oh, let's go now to the HFNC tonight. WA6UIJ, Mike, D1.
Good evening, Sam. This is Mike, WA6UIJ. And just wanted to confirm, Sam, do you still want me to do 220 tonight?
Yes, if you would, please.
Affirmative.
Randy, you got off.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's move on down the list now to, let's see, DJ, Director at Large, KJ6UUS. Sucker's out celebrating. Or he's getting his paperwork caught up, one or the other. All right, let's go over here to Ed now, KM6UWI, out of Calamasa.
Well, good evening, Sam, and the rest of the group. KM6UWI, Ed in Calamasa. And I'll need an early on the rest of the bands, please.
Copy that. It has been granted. No problem at all. The wonderful voice out of Sun Lakes, WA6WFV, Tina. Another day without sunshine. Now, Flip, K6WM, he has an early all across the board. The next one that I have on the list is the president himself, KD6ZJZ, otherwise known as Dave.
Well, good evening, Sam. Thanks for doing the net, and it's good to hear from everybody. You know, sometimes people can't make it, whatever. No big deal. Anyway, looking forward to field day. Kind of excited. And back to net control, KD6ZJZ.
Copy that there, Mr. President. Good signal, of course. Do we have any later missed members that I messed up somehow? Give me your call sign. Well, hearing none, we'll move on to our permanent visitor here, KN6CQL, Henry.
This is KN6CQL Henry out of Beaumont, Region 59. Back to you.
Got you full scale, Henry. Fine signal. Do we have any other visitors that would like to check into the SPARC active roll call this evening? If so, please come with your call. Well, then, this completes the 2-meter roll call. Are there any later Missouri asked about that? Are there any visitors? We went through them. Does anyone have any further traffic at all for the group? If so, please come with your call. Let's see, the announcements. We've got field day coming up Saturday. Looks like we got everything squared around for the paperwork for Dysart Park. And we have, next week, we'll have our club meeting, which is just before we'll be going out there the next day to set up at Dysart Park. And then if anybody wants to check there with Gene and have a little chat on some history and answering some questions, don't forget to check up with Gene there. All right. The San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club meets at 7 p.m. on the 4th Thursday of each month. And I'm going to say it's going to be by Zoom for quite a while now because we haven't really found, I've been looking around a couple of places, a room that we can meet outside of Beaumont. And that looks like we're going to be busy there for a while. But we'll keep searching. All members are urged to check each week for an update of club activities. Please check your emails and visit our website at w6prc.org. Thanks again for all who checked in this evening. This is Sam, Kilo India 6, November Mike Echo. Please stand by for the informal 440 net, which is by the wonderful voice from Beaumont. Let's see, that'll be coming on at top of the hour. And next, let's see. So this is KI6NME. Please stand by for the formal in call. The 2-meter net is now closed at 1848. We're almost at 1900. Took a long time tonight. All right. Good evening to all, and thank you those that did participate. KI6NME, this closes the 2-meter net for the San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club, turning the frequency back to normal use.
Yeah.
KI6NME, WA6UIJ. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Turn off the radio.
Hey, Sam, just a question here, and it's just because I'm curious. Do we know the status of our radio gear and antenna equipment over there in Beaumont?
No. Seeing as Ramos, I think, wasn't too long after the COVID started that he bailed out. So they are using those rooms, but I haven't gone to check, and one of the things I want to do is reestablish and find out where the radios and the antennas and everything is located, because I got a feeling, Hunts, they're put away somewhere.
You know, I think it's theirs.
Yeah.
I don't think we paid for that. I think they own that equipment.
Get a line on them.
Pretty sure.
If nothing else, at least be sure that we know where they are.
Steve would know.
Yes.
That would help. That would help for sure.
I'm pretty sure the hospital, PD or the city bought
this
that.
is WA6UIJ, and I'm going to head over to 440.
Yeah.
This is
Dave? Are you referring
KI6NME for San Gorgonio? We're closing up, and we'll be standing by.
Belongs to the hospital.
Oh, right. Oh, I thought the stuff at the city belonged to the city. No?
Well, I think it does, but whether the PD paid for it or not, I have no idea.
Oh, I didn't mean PD. I meant the city.
The wonderful, generous city of Beaumont.
I think they paid for it. I don't think we own that equipment.
No.
Yeah. We own the equipment at the alternate EOC.
Correct.
And that's about it. I mean, whatever else.
Yes, because I don't remember it being on the inventory.
No.
Equipment at the hospital, the radios, I think, is donated by a member of our club to the hospital.
You're real quiet, John. I don't know, barely hear you. I don't know if you can turn yourself up somehow.
What I said is I think that radio equipment at the hospital was donated by a member of our club to the hospital itself.
Oh, really? Okay. It could be.
I have no clue, so I'm
Yeah,
just
me neither.
my mouth.
I just know that we don't own it. That's all I
think
know.
Scott and his wife was the one that donated it because she worked down there too.
Oh, okay. In any case, it's glad that we can test it. I'm glad we can get in there. Maybe they'll give us a place we can meet. Maybe we can meet at the hospital.
Weren't they supposed to transfer that over to their alternate over there on 8th Street?
You're talking about the city?
Yeah, they're going to take their...
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're going to move their EOC over there. And I don't know, we might be able to meet there over there. I don't know. It seems like they'd have some room, but...
They don't want to mess with it.
I don't know. That senior center was a pain. It was so hard to park. It got to the point where there's nowhere to park. I'd hate to have to go back there again, but...
I have a feeling that they don't want to mess with it. So
yeah.
Therefore they don't have room for it.
It may be that we could the city has an arrangement with the church there to use their parking lot. I know that in years past that's been the case.
You mean we are meeting in the outdoor?
No.
Yeah, the Cheney or the whatever this little community center up here is off limits too, is it not? Yeah, up here on Oak Valley Parkway in Cherry.
Oh yeah, that's where we went before, right? Or you weren't with the club back then, probably.
I probably wasn't with the club.
Yeah, we actually met there for a while back in like 2015 era, something like that.
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah, remember, Steve? You had to walk up the stairs or take the elevator. It was like above. You could look down on the basketball court and stuff. It's weird. It's kind of a neat place to meet, really. The problem was, it wasn't bad at first, but then I remember the last time we went there, I had to park across the street. It was not convenient at all.
Well, was that since they had rebuilt it, or
Yeah, I think it was just really busy. It got crazy busy. It got busier and busier, and the parking lots just filled up. It was weird.
I'm wondering if where John lives, POG, that perhaps we could make an arrangement with the mobile home park there to use its clubhouse.
You guys have a clubhouse,
plenty of
John?
room. And parking is easy. There's no gate.
He's central located.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is that our board meetings are the same night as our club meetings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Besides,
I think that's true with Sun Lakes too.
Wild parties.
Yeah. I think Sun Lakes has their board meeting on Thursday nights. First Thursday. They used to anyway. We might be able to arrange Sun Lakes meeting. I don't know. They have rules, but we have a lot of people that live here now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another spot that might. I don't know.
Plenty of meeting space, but things are going to be crazy now because people are going to be now. I don't know. It's weird because I talked to one lady that I help with a lot of the shows, and she seemed really discouraged because she said, well, yeah, everything's opening up, but we aren't getting much participation, so people are just maybe nervous. I don't know.
Well, I have no doubt that there's a lot of Larry people out there that's a little concerned. And
there's some issue with a lot of the people left us.
Yeah, and they're just plain confusion.
Yeah, there's some confusion too.
misinformation or whatever you want to call it. They're just confused.
I think people will be more willing to get together. It just takes time. It's not going to take that long. But I don't know. It's crazy. We're having trouble staffing up, from what I was told. Getting people to work at the, in the bar and the restaurant. And
it's going to be tough anywhere. We've had fillers out for people, and can't get anybody.
Yeah.
Most of them still getting 600 a week, 300 a week extra
Right.
from the.
Yeah, they're getting bonus pay for not working. Crazy.
I could use 1,200 a month.
Yeah, I could too.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to compete with the federal government.
Yeah. Hey, I haven't got my bonus pay.
Yeah, they won't give me unemployment either.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're an employee though, Jeff. You got to go and lick stamps if you want to get any.
Nah, no more licky ticky.
I shouldn't complain. I've got more business now than I have. In fact, I had a customer that wanted me to help her this evening, and I was like, "Can we do it this afternoon?" So I took care of it already. But
are any of you guys familiar with the Haven coffee shop in downtown Banning?
Yeah.
It's at the corner of San Gorgonio and Ramsey.
I know where that is. I remember that. Yeah.
It has in the back where there's the kind of the art gallery. I happened to be down there Tuesday morning to meet some friends for coffee. It was $2 plus tax for a 14-ounce cup of coffee. Not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But they were having a meeting over in this room that's behind the kitchen area of the cafe, and I know that it's been used for meetings in the past.
Hey.
So when I get a chance, I'll ask the outfit down there and see if it might be that, hey, if we all order a coffee or something like that, we can come in there.
I wonder if we could find another place that might help us, like a restaurant or a bar.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work out. Yeah,
well,
that's a good idea. I like the whole concept. Maybe I was thinking about trying to find a place that might help us that has a meeting room, like I don't know. What I'm trying to think of the word for it. Legionnaires, something like that.
It's that time, guys. I got.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got another minute, don't we? Yeah, you're 60 seconds ahead of schedule, man. I'm on the wrong frequency. That's not good. Oh. I'm trying to get the amplitude right on this. Okay, it's working. I got my radio going. I'll mute you guys. All right.
QST. This is Randy, K6RJA, and I'll be your obedient net control operator for this evening's very informal 440 net. We have a couple announcements. I'll shoot them out real quick. One of them is Gene. K6 EMF has a trivia net on Keller from 7:30 to 8:30. On Fridays, I believe it is. We have our club meeting next week. It'll be on Zoom, and a field day is going to be a week from Saturday. So the emails are flying, so check them out, and you'll know what's going on. Is there any others that I missed? And we have a Zoom meeting in progress for the net. Is there any others? Come on now. Hearing none, let's get this shebang going. I'm going to call who had checked in on the 2 meters. So if funds I miss you. Just I'll pick you up on the end, and appreciate the patience. Alrighty, Mike, KK6BUW, you out there?
This is Mike, KK6BUW, operating at the San Gorgonio Memorial Hospital, coming to you from a Kenwood HT. Back to you, Randy.
Works.
Got you, Mike, and I got a good copy on you with that HT. How about Dick, KF6BWH? So contact Jeff, KB6CA.
Jeff, you're on the wrong
Good
frequency.
Copy on you, Jeff. Thanks for the check-in. Gene has an early. Edie, if you can hear me, KM6EMT.
I'll never hear Edie.
Nothing heard. Maybe on 220 she'll pop in. All right, nothing from Joe, nothing from George. Ken, don't do 440. Steve, NJ6LN does.
Hey, Randy, this is Steve, NJ6LN.
Steve, great signal, by the way. A stupendous signal, I would say. Dwight, KD6MLS. Dwight, thanks for the check-in. And Sam, are you going to be on that HT? KI6NME?
That's affirmative. That HT is hooked up to a big old antenna up on top of the roof here, and we actually have the adapter attached to the coax that goes up there for that particular thing. So back to you, Mr. Net Controller, sir.
That's why you sound so good.
Thank you. KS6NME.
Well, thank you for all the information, and it's working stupendously there, Sam. Hey, Pete, how about you? KJ6NRR. Pete, thanks for the check-in. Great signal, by the way. And Mario, you always have a grand signal coming out of Hemet. W6OH.
It does.
Yes, sirree. But, you know, antenna. They have it up on top of the building. Anyhow, but they do have a great signal. You're right. Okay, John, KF6POG.
This is John, KF6POG, and you're doing a great job, Randy. Back to you, sir.
All righty, but next time I wish you could use a little more enthusiasm.
I'll work on it.
All right, John. Thanks for the check-in. Okay. Well, you know, we didn't call Ken tonight. KM6PYY. Are you out there, Ken?
I will be embarrassed if he is.
Well, hearing nothing, let's all scoot on over to Father Ron, KA6QGR.
Comment.
No comment.
That Ken is not on the list, sir.
Oh, well, I have an old list then, sir. I apologize.
Yeah, you're at least 3 to 4 weeks behind that I can see.
Whoa.
Can't comment.
Uh-oh. I can't hear this one. That's
Jeff. I got you, Sam. It's on my list. I'm up to date.
Oops.
Copy that. KS6NME.
Jeff had to correct him.
Did I ever, Father Ron, KA6QGR, everybody's messing up my net here tonight. Are you out there, Ron?
Yeah, not often. Not on 440.
Hearing nothing, I'm checking myself in because I can, and I'm calling the darn thing. Ron, KG6SOI.
Hey, good evening, Randy and the net. Sounding fine tonight. No traffic here.
Ron, thanks for the check-in. And Earl, let's try you if you can hear me. KM6SPY. Well, hearing nothing from Hemet, we're going to go to Mike, WA6UIJ.
Hey, Randy. Thank you for doing the net tonight. You're sounding great, as usual. No further traffic. Back to net control.
Mike, thanks for the check-in and a wonderful signal, by the way. No DJ, Ez has an early, Tina is not a copy, Flip has an early. So it comes down to, last but not least, our fearless leader, Dave. KD6ZJZ.
Well, it's terrible being at the end of the roll call, but somebody has to do it, so there you go. This is Dave, KD6ZJZ, back to net control.
Alrighty, wonderful signal as always, Dave. One day I'm going to flip it so that you'll be first. How's that?
Sure.
Anyhow, that's the roll call as I have it. Is there any late or missed members that would like to check in? Come on now. Well, hearing crickets, I'm going to go down to our favorite visitors, Henry, KN6CQL. Are you down there, Henry? Well, apparently Henry went on to further things, I guess. Anyhow, is there any other members that would like to check in, visitors, anybody? You can come on now. I'm ready. Hearing none, I guess this wraps up this here informal 440 net, and everybody stay tuned for Mike, UIJ, for the informal 220 net. That will be coming on in a few minutes at the 7:15. So everybody have a wonderful evening, and thanks for all the check-ins, and we will look for you over there on the 220 band. This is K6RJA 73's all.
K6RJA WA6UIJ.
Yes, sirree, Mike.
Okay, Randy, I've got a question for you, and I know you've got an answer somewhere. You know, when we use the phrase hearing crickets, I'm hearing that from a number of different people, even news commentators. Do you know the origin of that statement, hearing crickets?
Well, you know, I don't know the origin of it, so I'm just going to make it up. No, I really don't. I've just heard it my whole life.
That's what the internet's for.
And it probably came from the South, I'd imagine.
Okay, well, no, I'm just curious. Maybe one of these days I ought to try to see if I can find it on the internet. So, no,
you're not hearing him, huh?
It was just, like I say, just curious. Alrighty. Well, listen, I'm going to go get set up for 220. We'll catch you in a few minutes. K6RJA, this is WA6UIJ, Inquiring Minds.
Now you got my curiosity up, Mike. I'm going to have to go look it up. Anyhow, I will let you go, and everybody, have a great evening. K6RJA, I'll be clear.
Mike was wondering where the term, I'm hearing crickets, nothing but crickets, for not hearing anybody, where that comes from. That's what Mike was asking.
You read it a lot, mystery novels.
My brother does.
It pops up.
Mystery novels.
But hearing crickets?
Hearing crickets. Yeah.
In fact, I believe I picked it up from a cartoon at one time, where they actually had crickets sounds.
Well, if you're outside and nobody's talking, you hear crickets. That's true.
Out around here now, with the swamp across the street, I hear bullfrogs.
Bullfrogs, yeah. Some lakes is like that too. Sometimes they live in the gutter or something. It's like, whoa, what's that noise?
Right across the street from us.
Yeah, you've got your wash right next to you.
Yeah, you got the little swamp going through there. That's what I have across the street. All the runoff from the subdivision across the street. They made a big drainage ditch and put in all kinds of native plants and everything. So,
years ago, I was riding through this complex in a golf cart, and we went by one of those drains, and it's like so loud. It's like 1,000.
Oh yeah.
1,000 frogs, toads, or whatever.
Yeah, they can get really strong down here too. It's
crazy.
Hey, Cortana. Oh, whatever. How come she doesn't come up when you want her to come up? And when you want her to come up, Oh, well.
You're talking about Microsoft, yeah. It's probably because it's not listening to your microphone or something. Yeah, I don't trust that. I would never use that.
It pops up every once in a while, just out of nowhere. I don't know what triggers it.
There's a button for that, I think, on your screen.
Really?
I don't know, but yeah, virtual. There's a Cortana button. It's you can enable or disable it though. Yeah, a lot of people don't like having it recognize your voice. You have to go through extra pains sometimes to keep that working. You got to go in there and tweak it. I'm just not a big fan. I don't know. The one that Amazon supplies seems to work pretty good, and I stupidly kind of decided to make my home smart, so now I have to ask Alexa to turn the lights on. She annoys me constantly.
Really?
Yeah.
Like having a wife, huh?
Well, it's like if you ask it something, look, it just turned on my light, and I didn't ask it to do that, but kind of did anyway, I guess. But no, it just will reply with nonsense. Like I'll ask it the weather, and it'll tell me there's a weather alert. It's like every time I ask the weather now, I have to hear about the weather alert that I've heard about. It should know that I've heard that already. It should be a little bit smarter. I don't like that. And I also don't like that it's always asking follow-up questions. It's weird. Like I ask it something, somebody's age, I don't know, and it'll say, did I answer your question correctly? Or it'll say, you know, some other strange query, randomly asking me questions. So I got tired of that. I told it to shut up.
It's the little Chinese spy in it.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's, what's his name? Or maybe his wife.
Dave, on the Microsoft account,
Amazon guy. Yeah.
it got my Earthlink email address. How can I change that? Do you have to change that from your place?
No. Oh, is that how I shared it for you?
Yeah.
That we probably should fix that. I can do is I can invalidate you and then give you another one, a different email. We'll have to go through some gyrations to fix that.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be a problem right now. You're probably still logging into Microsoft that way. Is that true?
Except that, it keeps asking me for my password.
You probably want to try changing your email at Microsoft, and if it won't let you do that, you should let you do that.
Sounding good.
I'll help you.
Okay, no hurry.
Whenever, yeah. I'll be around tomorrow, I think. Quarter after almost, another 45 seconds.
Did everything just get quiet on me?
Yeah, everything got quiet. No, we got 25 seconds of quietness to go before the net starts.
It a bit. I think my clock has moved off. I'm going to have to reset it.
Your clock's out of coulter. I've got 10 seconds going to my wristwatch. I'm going to meet you guys. Meet you guys.
Yeah, I'm almost about a minute fast.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, I have the wrong frequency on. That's not good. What's wrong with this?
WA6UIJ on 220.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Excellent, Jeff. Good copy there. Gene, K6 EMF. Negative. Edie, KN6 EMT.
Wow, it took me forever to get that to work. It's weird.
Negative on Edie. Randy, could you possibly give Edie a call and see if she's out there? She may not hear me.
Be happy to, Mike. Okay. Edie, KN6 EMT. This is K6RJA. Do I have a copy?
Do you have a copy?
I will be happy to get you checked in on both, Edie. Thank you for the call back. Anyhow, K6RJA, back to net control.
Okay, may ask you to do, boy, I'm really losing it tonight. Earl, so thanks for that one. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to, Ken I don't think does 220, but I'll give him a call anyway. N6HR.
Negative.
Thank you. Steve, NJ6LN.
Good evening, Mike. This is NJ6LN.
And a good evening to you there, Steve. Thank you for checking in there. Dwight, KD6MLS.
This is Dwight, KD6 MLS. No traffic. Back to net control.
Okay, Dwight, good signal. Thank you. Sam, KI6 NME.
Kilo India 6 over Mike Echo, back to net control. HT going out a big antenna.
Okay, well, we've got two
antenna.
HTs with external antennas talking to each other. That works.
The antenna was not for 220.
Let's see here. Let's try, I'm going to skip Pete because he doesn't do 220. Mario, W6OH.
Hey, Mike and Annette, it's Mario, W6OH. And you're just above the noise here, Mike. Just want to let you know, W6OH, am I clear?
Okay, well, we're running an HT here with probably a little less than 5 watts. Okay, Mario, thank you so much. John, KF6POG.
And you're out and clear. Control.
Okay, John, you running off the HT as well?
30 watt 220 that George gave away as a door prize. He said it didn't work, but all I did is put a Chinese mic on it for $6 and I got a 220 radio.
He needs to back off the mic.
And it's working. The price was right. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's see here. I'm going to check with Father Ron, KA6QGR. Are you there? Okay. Randy, K6RJA. I know you're there.
Oh, I'm here, Mike, K6RJA. And you might give a call out to Dave, Whitewater Dave, OUJ. I heard him in here a little earlier.
Okay. Dave, KB6. OUJ. Are you out there, Dave?
WB6 OUJ.
WB6 OUJ, Whiskey Baker 6, all used, John.
Oh, very good signal, Dave. Got you loud and clear. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. Let's go with Ron, KG6 SOI. Okay, negative. Randy, would you please give Earl a call for me?
Roger, Roger. Earl, KM6SPY, are you out there? Got you checked in on 440 as well. Thanks for the check-in. This is K6RJA, back to net control.
Okay, Randy, thank you very much. And we've got a early on Ed, KM6 UWI, and we also have an early on Flip, K6 WM. So, Dave, Club President, KD6 ZJZ.
Thank you, Mike, past president. This is Dave, Club President, KD6 ZJZ. And I have no traffic. Thanks for everybody's participation.
Okay, Dave, thank you very much. Thanks for the check-in. Okay, do we have any club members, late or missed, that would like to check in at this time? Negative. Let's try Henry, KN6, CQL. Negative. Do we have any visitors that would like to check in? This is WA6UIJ. Okay, that looks like it wraps it up, guys and gals. So we've got, let's see here, it is 1921 hours. And 1921 hours, and this is WA6UIJ. I will close the net and say thank you all for checking in. And we'll have the HF net in about, let's see, what do we got?
7 minutes.
About 9 minutes. So WA6UIJ will be clear.
Okay, guys, here's the history of the term hearing crickets. You want to hear it?
Okay.
Okay, it's the idiom to hear crickets or crickets became popular in the 20th century. This most probably stems from the use of crickets to designate the quiet of an evening depicted in radio plays or in films. The sound of crickets came into use in cartoons to mean silence, usually when an awkward moment was being exploited for humorous reasons. There you go.
That's not very specific. The 20th century.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
Sometime between 1899 and 1999. Presumably. Okay.
Well, it seems to me where I first heard it was a cartoon.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
At least where it sunk in and stuck, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure where that. I think somebody made that popular, though. I don't think it was from a cartoon, really. I might be wrong.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't, but generally cartoons followed other media like movies and that. So
Yeah.
I recall it from a Warner Brothers cartoon, kind of like a Bugs Bunny or something.
Sure.
What's up, folks?
That's
Doc,
it.
what's up, Doc? It's good stuff. Oh, well. Excellent. I'm hearing crickets.
Hearing crickets.
Yeah, I used to really like Tom and Jerry when I was a kid. But then, of course, they decided they were too violent. So then they came out with what my daughter was watching, that Japanese cartoon, Kimbo the Lion, where everybody was getting killed, and Speed Racer and all these.
Oh, I remember Speed Racer.
Yeah,
I remember Speed Racer.
Ah.
Yes, I really love the Warner Brothers stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the old Warner Brothers stuff. It's pretty good.
The animation was great. The
Yeah.
storylines were funny, and
Yeah.
but Speedway, George of the Jungle.
Mighty Mouse.
They had some horrible ones on other channels, like what was it, like Danger Mouse and things like that. They were from like the UK or something. I don't know.
Never saw that one. Oh my God, I'm being blinded.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah,
Tony
you
took
thought
his
the
hat
sun
off.
only rose. You thought the sun only rose in the morning. Hey. The event horizon is right about here.
We thought your hat was white. Oh. No, it's more of an off-white.
I'm hoping that this will help propagation on HF.
There you go. Oh, gosh.
Anywho.
We got to find a place to meet.
Yes.
Can't handle these Zoom meetings. They suck.
Yeah, it's a little rough on Zoom. It puts me to sleep once. But, I don't know. Got to find a place somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe the city will give us the park. We meet at the park.
We could all park our cars in a circle and turn on the headlights.
There you go.
Yes, I'm sure City Hall don't want to mess with it, so it's an inconvenience for them.
It's an inconvenience. It's I think their issue may be self-repairing. I mean, yeah, people have decided to take over because they want to be further apart. Is that going to hang out for a long time? I don't know.
It could be because of the restrictions, so they
Yeah, exactly. And that's gone now, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But, you know, what can I say?
Yeah, we'll see. Sees what happens.
It's a city, so they're going to make up their own rules. They'll decide what to do themselves.
Depends on who's in charge.
Exactly. They don't follow anybody's marching orders.
Exactly.
They have their own.
If they have a friend or something they're interested in, it's another story.
Exactly. And we can make friends with one of the board members or something.
Yeah, one of the city council or.
Yeah.
Whatever. Here in Sun Lakes.
Yeah, that's a possibility. There's a lot of room here.
We got the rooms and.
Yeah. We could take over the South Clubhouse or something.
Yeah.
Or even the North. Be really convenient for Tina. What?
It's just that you got to give blood to get in there.
No, it's not that hard. The rules have opened up. They allow more people from outside, I think. I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. We have a rule like you have to at least somebody that lives here. Obviously, we have more than one, so we just have to get it ahead of time. You just have to, you know.
Maybe if I borrow an ambulance, I can just drive right through.
I don't think that's really a problem. I mean, we can create a party and allow people to come in. It's not a problem.
Well, that's a possibility.
It is a possibility.
I don't know of anything around here.
I know we might lose Steve though, because Steve would probably be scared he would come in and not be let out, you know, back out, because he thinks the gates are to keep us in.
They are, aren't they?
Steve's iPad, who's muted and stepped away. He's remember, he's saying, are the gates to keep you from keep people out or to keep people in?
To keep us.
One never knows.
Keep us from escaping the compound.
Exactly. Uh-oh, it's time. Yeah,
yep.
One more minute. One more minute. Almost time.
Almost.
The last net. Oh, no.
Last net of the evening.
It's almost over. So I felt like blowing it off this afternoon, so.
Yeah, I just remembered this afternoon. I went, oh, crap. I had to go look and scramble. Of course, I didn't see anything in my emails this morning.
Well,
we ought to be starting here any second.
Should be 20 seconds, according to my watch. Who's doing it? Oh, Sam again? No. Oh, Steve. Not sure. Can't remember. Oh, Mike. Yeah, we're there. I'm going to mute you guys. I'm muting you guys. Probably tune up.
QST. Good evening, members of SPARC, the San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club. This is Mike, WA6UIJ, and I'll be working as your net control station this evening from my home QTH. Although this is a directed net, any stations with emergency traffic may break in at any time. This is an amateur radio informational net for the San Gorgonio Pass cities and towns of Banning, Beaumont, and surrounding communities. For information on the times and frequencies of our weekly nets, please go to w6paparadioCharlie.org, w6prc.org. Visitors are welcome and encouraged to check into the net after the regular roll call. And in terms of announcements, we do have, let's see, next week there will be the club meeting Thursday evening by Zoom, and then the weekend will be with Field Day. There will be people that will be participating at Dysart Park and from their homes, so check into the club meeting on Zoom next week and you'll get more information. If there are any stations with additional announcements, please come with your call sign now. Okay, not hearing any. Please stand by for the 75-meter roll call. If net control does not respond to a reply, a relay will be very much appreciated. Okay, so working off of previous check-ins this evening, let's go with Mike, KK6BUW.
This is Mike, KK6BUW, working off an ICOM 7000 at San Gorgonio Memorial. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, Mike, got a good signal from you there. Jeff, KB6CA.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for doing the HFNet. And this is Jeff, Kilo Bravo 6 Charlie Alpha, and you're about 30 over.
Okay, well, got a similar report for you there, Jeff. Good, strong signal. Let's see, moving down here. Steve, let's go with NJ6LN.
Good evening, Mike, and the rest of the net. This is NJ6LN.
Hey, Steve, we got a noise level here of S7, and you're coming in at S9. So you're above the noise level and could copy okay. Sam, KI6NME.
Kilo India 6 November Mike Echo, San Gorgonio Memorial, back to net control. Mighty fine job, Mike.
Okay, thank you so much, Sam. Got you there. Let's go to Pete, KJ6NRR.
Well, good evening, Mike. KJ6NRR. I have no traffic. Back to you.
Okay, Pete, thank you. Boy, band is sure noisy tonight. Mario, W6OH. Negative copy there on Mario. Let's see here. Dave, WB6OUJ out in Whitewater. Do you copy, Dave? Okay, Dave. Well, we've got you we're copying you as well, so very good. Thanks for checking in. John, KF6POG.
This is John, KF6POG, and you're 30 over at my QTH, Mike.
Okay, well, we've got similar reports, you as well. So, good copy. Father Ron, KA6QGR.
Good evening, Michael Net, KA6QGR.
Okay, Father Ron, thank you for checking in. Good signal. Randy, K6RJA.
Present, Mike, K6RJA.
All right, Randy. Hey, by the way, did you have a chance to look up that question I asked you about crickets?
No, but Jeff did, and somewhere in the 20th century, it became popular with movies and cartoons and radio and television.
Okay. Was it signifying something in particular other than silence?
Basically, silence is what you hear when you're standing outside, and the only thing you can hear is crickets. There's no voices.
Okay, well, curiosity, that was solved. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Ron, KG6SOI.
Hey, good evening, Mike and the net. This is Ron, KG6SOI. I have you at 15 over, Mike.
Okay, Ron, I've got you at S9. Good signal, good audio. Earl, KM6SPY. You were quite very light, but I did copy you there. Thanks for checking in, and I will check myself in. This is Mike, WA6UIJ. And let's see, we have earlies for Ed, KM6UWI, and for Flip, K6WM, to Dave, KD6ZJZ.
I'm having deja vu. Thanks, Mike, for doing the net. This is Dave, KD6ZJZ, back to net control.
Okay, Dave, thank you for the check-in. That concludes the regular roll call for SPARC members. Do we have any late or missed members? Later missed members?
Comment?
We have a comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're actually coming in 40 over here. When I said 80 before, that was 80%. So, but I got you solid 40 over, Mike. KS6 and me clear.
Okay, Sam. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Let's see here. Do we have any visitors that would like to check in with our net? This is WA6UIJ. Well, as Randy would say, I'm hearing crickets. So we have, as far as the club meeting will be next week, Thursday night, and that'll be by Zoom. Followed up the following day, actually the following 2 or 3 days, with Field Day. So we have stations that'll be operating from home as well as operating from Dysart Park. Let's see here. Those are the only announcements that I think we've got. The San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club meets at 7 p.m. on the 4th Thursday of each month. And for the past year plus, we've been doing it on Zoom. Perhaps we will be resuming at the Beaumont City Hall Room 2, but we'll wait to see on that. All members are urged to check each week for an update of club activities. Please check your emails and visit our website at w6prc.org. For those of you that are interested in CW, check out 145.800. That's where we double check our text that we receive. We will be on 20 meters on 14.020. 14.020. There's 3 of us, and if anybody else would like to join in, we'd love to have you. And we will slow down to whatever speed you can copy at. Okay, so this is Mike, WA6UIJ, and the net is now closed at 19:38 hours local time. 73s, everybody, and thank you all for checking in. This is WA6UIJ.
All right. Radio off. All right.
Kapow.
Kapow, kapow.
All righty. Well, I think it's a wrap.
Till next week, we have the fun, like for, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday radio gig.
It's a radio extravaganza.
Radio extravaganza. We're gonna on Thursday. We are gonna cover Field Day, I believe, as our meeting agenda.
There you go.
I'm gonna try to get that up on the website this week, a little bit earlier than last time. Anyway, 7-3, guys.
All righty. Take care,
Have
everybody.
a good one. Take care. And so I think I'll be operating again from home and doing live Zoom, live YouTube while I operate. I did that last year. I didn't really get a lot of people watching, but it was easy enough. And so I'll probably do that again this year. So starting Saturday morning, you might check out live streams coming up that are going to be different on this channel. Anyway, 7-3, guys. Talk to you later. Ending this thing.